Hello and welcome back to the Arcane Forge. My name is Josh. I'm sorry if you can hear Myrtle in the background there, grumbling away. She's chewing a toy and I don't have enough time to record two of these, so I'm afraid there may be some sort of gross grumbling and chewing noises in the background. Anyway, my name's Josh. It is October, which means it is the Drawtober challenge. It is day 11 in a 31-day challenge where I'm trying to complete a piece of analog illustration, i.e. not using Photoshop, every single day throughout this month using the on-screen prompt list, which you can find there. You can also find it on Instagram, on my Instagram page, where I first posted it, if you want to join along. Today's topic, today's prompt that inspired the drawing today is the word general. So let's get started. So yeah, I was super nervous about this one, to be honest, when I first started it, because the word general is, by its definition, vague. I had no idea what to draw. It took me so long to realise that general also referred to a job role. So a general, a commander, a person who leads troops. Apparently, noun, US Army and Air Force, an officer ranking above a lieutenant general and below a general of the Army or general of the Air Force, or apparently, in numerous armies, an officer, quote, in the highest second or third highest rank as one ranking immediately below a field marshal in the British Army. There we go. So yeah, head honcho, a big deal in an army of some description, someone who leads a lot of people. And naturally, rather than drawing just some bloke and a bunch of people following them, I am a massive edgy person. So I really wanted to draw an edgy Death Knight, commanding, being the general of their very own Legion of Undead. So this one was huge fun for me to draw. I had a lot of extra time on my hands today, so I decided to spend quite a lot of time making a bit of a scene here rather than just drawing like one little thing. And in particular, I also tried to experiment a little bit with angles. I tend to draw quite, even though the images have like a lot of flow and movement to them, I don't really mess around too much with kind of, I guess, like the camera angle, like where we are viewing the image from. It's usually fairly front on or fairly, like 45-degree angles, but we're on one static plane looking at a lot of my drawings. So I kind of wanted to make this figure look a little bit more imposing, someone with a lot of power, someone who is commanding stuff. So I wanted to kind of view them a little bit from below. I don't end up achieving that too much, but the essence of it is there. They have this kind of pyramid shape, I guess, to their form, where we have this wide base and narrow top there to kind of indicate perspective. And because I wanted to make this person look like they had a legion of undead under their command, and I also don't like drawing feet because they are just a bit of a pain and I find drawing legs a little bit boring, I suppose. I decided to have his legion of undead up front, sort of marching forwards under their banner. A lot of them look kind of buck-ass nude, and that is mostly because, I tend to envision that these creatures, if they're wearing leather armor or cloth, this would likely rot away as their flesh does before they are risen from the grave. Only a few of them wearing like little pieces of metal armor that's long since rusted and decayed, but still provides them some kind of protection. But yeah, lots of very creepy faces, and I decided to build on this for speed more than anything else, rather than doing my usual technique of drawing the line work and then shading. I decided to kind of build in the general sort of shapes and kind of in a painting style rather than a drawing style, if that makes sense, with layers of inks to kind of show shadowy areas. And then I came in with my brush pens afterwards, A, so they wouldn't bleed, and B, because I could get this kind of layers of detail over the top. And they're far more kind of sketchy concept art style, but I really enjoyed this anyway. And I come in with the white acrylic that I normally use to do highlights and things like that, and I just put like a little dot in each of their empty eye sockets to kind of indicate that there's some magic in there, that they have been risen by this particular creature, this foul being, this the general, so to speak, of this illustration, the Death Knight who's up above. Now, I just went to town on this Death Knight, making them the edgiest character available. So I gave them the kind of the gripping claw hand here, where they are clearly summoning some kind of magic or just relishing in their own power. This kind of megalomaniac style body language here, with the long flowing hair billowing behind them. Maybe like a cape made out of strips of leather or some sort of eldritch magic which is flowing behind them to indicate motion, and the cold wind around them. Their armor looks like, scales and so many different types of skulls and rib cages and bat wings and all this, like every edgy thing I could think of, really, off the top of my head. I think this guy looks really imposing, despite the fact that they look, I suppose kind of silly. But who's going to laugh at a guy with a massive sword made out of skulls? It's a magical blade. Who cares how impractical it is? So I gave this undead guy a massive sort of skull blade, and I really enjoyed making his kind of spirit weapon, his Death Knight version of a phylactery. And I loved every part of this drawing. I had loads of fun making it. So many rotting, wrinkly corpses and stuff like that. I like my kind of body horror, and I like, I can make something look more and more gruesome just the more lines and wrinkles I put on it. So having undead to draw is always fun, having all these kind of like husks and stuff like that. So I had tons of fun with this. I think this guy looks suitably imposing as well. Even though he's undead like the rest of them, he's kind of kept in his body's prime by his spirit weapon. So quite a beefy looking guy here with lots of plate and scale armor and all this kind of stuff. Definitely the kind of classic stereotypical Dungeons and Dragons Death Knight look here. And yeah, so I haven't got too much more to say. I just really enjoyed making this drawing. And I was glad to finally think of something for the word general other than the vague term, which can mean just about anything, I suppose I could have drawn a general store or, something like that, but I have plans for drawing some kind of shop in later prompts, so I didn't want to sort of rob myself of that for later on. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you are enjoying Drawtober, whether you're just watching or if you are taking part as well. If you're using your own prompt list or if you're using mine. All of that seems really fun. So yeah, I hope you are having a good day. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'll look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for day 12. The prompt is going to be, he says, stalling for time while he tries to find his own prompt list. Stubborn. Stubborn will be a good one. I've already got a good idea for stubborn. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you back here for day 12. Have a good day, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.